Hi, I'm going to talk to you this morning about something that's been on my mind. So, in my dining room at the moment, I have a whole heap of clothes and books and bric-a-brac that are going out of my house and into charity. It's part of an annual declutter that David and I do, and it makes a bit of space for us. So, thing is, this year, I've been thinking about it a lot more, mainly because of the work of Marie Kondo and the attention that her decluttering method has been getting in the press and on the internet. Now, her method's called KonMari, which I believe means spark joy. And it's made me reflect that it isn't just physical clutter that gets in the way. It's also mental clutter, stuff that clutters up our heads. And as a mediator and someone who works in conflict resolution, something that I'm often saying to people is that unresolved conflict, relationships that aren't working properly, really get in the way of our productivity, really get in the way of what we are at work to do, really get in the way of us achieving our goals. So I'm wondering if this year it's something that's worth focusing on, looking at those relationships and looking at what we need to do to declutter them. So if you think about, I don't know how it is for you actually, but for me, if I think about the relationships that I have in the workplace and think back to the last exchange or the last conversation that I had with those people, some of them, maybe only one or two, when I think about that last conversation, I'm going a bit, feeling a bit wincy because that didn't go very well. And the trouble is, once we've had a conversation that's ended uncomfortably or hasn't gone very well, makes us feel a bit, that makes it much harder the next time we need to interact with that person. It makes it hard to approach them. It makes it harder to be on a team with them. It makes it harder sometimes just to enter a room where they are. And of course, the minute that starts happening, so it's hard for us to work alongside a particular person, that's what saps our productivity, because we begin to dance around that, trying to avoid the discomfort, trying to find a way of going around that person, trying to find a way of not engaging with them because of how the last conversation ended. So one of the things that I'd invite you to think about is just think about doing a bit of KonMari with it. I mean, I'm not suggesting for a minute that we hold all our colleagues up to the light, and if they fail to spark joy in us, then we give them the old heave-ho. I'm not suggesting that at all. But perhaps just thinking about, is there a relationship that needs a bit of work to get it back on the level? Is there a relationship that needs a bit of a reset, perhaps just with a kind word or a considerate action, perhaps by us letting go of something that's upset us? It could be a word or a sentence spoken in haste that was hurtful, or it could be a decision that didn't go our way. Do we need to put something down, let it go, in order to reset that relationship? So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying to up my productivity this year by reviewing the relationships I have in the workplace and seeing if any of them need a bit of a reset. And if you find that you'd like to do that as well, you can find some hints and tips on YouTube. So if you look for Common Sense Services on YouTube, you'll find a range of videos there that might be helpful, or you can just give me a ring. Thanks.